Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Matter Reacts, and we're back with a brand new video. It's been a few days since I uploaded, but nothing really came out. I know you're thinking, what? WandaVision dropped. I know, but there were circumstances I couldn't really get my reaction out. But I do plan on getting my reactions out for episodes 8 and 9, which are going to be probably the biggest episodes of the show. Let me know if you want a video about just my thoughts over WandaVision so far before that, or if I should just save all my thoughts until after. But today we have some rumor mill. This is a different kind of reaction than usual. It's not a trailer, but it is a casting rumor for Fantastic Four. It's about Jennifer Lawrence, and there's a video that we're gonna watch and react to, but I've seen like 2-3 minutes of it. It's about 6 minutes, so I've seen a good amount, and I was like, you know what, I should react to this, not really just for the reaction, but so I can talk about it and give my opinion on it, because I know there's a lot of fan castings for Fantastic Four. So without further ado, let's get into it.
How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Hey, yo, go
and
follow
over the
him.
weekend,
Go
there
follow
was
him,
a
boys.
crazy report that came out stating that Jennifer Lawrence has been cast for the MCU's Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman of the Fantastic Four.
Sue
A
Storm,
huge report, if
Jennifer
true,
Lawrence,
and we're
rumor.
going
It's
to
not
dive
confirmed.
into it. And thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. More on them in a bit. Now, a few months ago at Disney's Investor Day, Kevin Feige did talk about the Fantastic Four. He said the movie is in development, the Big Daddy and they're working on a feature right now. But this report not only says that Jennifer
So what this is telling me, they're working on a feature for Jennifer Lawrence. So we don't know that it's Fantastic Four. But people are kind of saying, what else would it be? You know, look, here, let's watch some more into it.
Lawrence has been cast as Sue Storm, but she's actually on her way to Australia to film a scene. And this does seem a little bit early to be shooting for the Fantastic
The movie, I
Four,
think,
but
is not coming out
according
until like
to a different
2024 or
report,
something
the
like that.
scene that she is shooting is actually not for the Fantastic Four. It's for a different MCU film. Now, there's a lot being discussed about...
If it's in Australia, it's probably going to be a scene in Thor: Love and Thunder, which I don't see the connection to Sue Storm being in that. Which confuses me. I mean, it could be... Sometimes I have a post-credit scene that has nothing to do with the movie you just watched. Like, I forget the movie. There was one. Yeah, after... Was it what was that movie? Winter Soldier. I think the post-credit scene was just of the Maximoff twins, which was, like, nothing to do with anything you just watched that whole movie. So, it could just be, like, a random end credit scene, but I doubt that. I don't think they really go down that path anymore. They kind of try to tie it into something you just watched in the movie. So, I mean, they do go to space to get their powers, but they don't go, like, to different galaxies. They just go to, like, near the sun, I think. MCU, they do things their own way, so you never know.
Now, there's a lot being discussed about these reports online with all the insider trades, and I'm going to break down each report and everything you need to know. So let's start with the first one. But first, if you love Marvel, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest MCU videos. Now, we know that Thor: Love and Thunder is filming in Australia, and according to a report from the Daily Telegraph, Marvel Studios is also planning on using this set in Australia to film the Fantastic Four.
Okay, well, just discredit everything I just said.
The Daily Telegraph also reported that Jennifer Lawrence is already on her way there to film it. The website Daily Mail also stated that Jennifer Lawrence is involved in a Marvel project. And a couple of days ago, GeekosityMag.com also reported that Jennifer Lawrence was being eyed for an MCU role. Now, Jennifer
here, 139. So it's saying, so basically what he's saying is, like, you know, multiple sources have saying that Marvel is at least considering her. Some are saying they've cast her. So it's kind of all over the place. But what I'm kind of gathering from this is, like, we're assuming what role she's been cast for, but we're pretty positive she's been cast for something. Now, personally, as Sue Storm, I think she would be really good. Like, I wasn't thinking of her for that character. I personally had Emily Blunt. I still do. I'd rather see Emily Blunt. But then when I see this, I'm like, that makes complete sense. Like, she could totally pull that off, I think. Because well, first of all, Jennifer Lawrence is great. I loved her in Hunger Games. And I've been waiting for her to get that next big thing. I know she's Mystique, which would be interesting, actually. I just thought of this. If they bring in the Fox X-Men characters via multiverse, is she going to play Mystique and Sue Storm? I don't think they would do that. And they might be bringing that in because of the Evan Peters thing in WandaVision. Spoiler warning. But we'll have to see how that plays out. But we need to know exactly what Evan Peters is. And then, but if he does end up being that character from the X-Men movies, the Fox X-Men movies, I don't know how you would explain it. Like, how is she going to be Sue Storm? So this might already be debunked by me unless they go somewhere else, and they recast all the X-Men. Then I can totally buy this. But besides that, I think she'd be great in the role. I think she'd do a really good job. But I really do want John Krasinski to, like, I'm gonna be upset. Even if they get someone great, it's just gonna be a letdown if they don't get John Krasinski. Because, like, he is one of the, like, fan casts, like, that everyone's going for, that I've jumped on the bandwagon for. Like, yes, get John Krasinski, because he's so great. I feel like this will be okay in my eyes if they still get John Krasinski. But if they cast her and some other dude, then I'm going to be a little upset. But the big thing is John Krasinski. But I do want Emily Blunt? No. I'm sorry, Emily Blunt. If you're watching, psych, she's not watching. I do want Emily Blunt to get the part, if it's still in the air. I think she'd do great from the stuff I've seen her in. And she would have natural chemistry with John Krasinski. Because they're married in real life, if you didn't know.
Jennifer Lawrence is a huge actress, a very high profile actress. So she's not just going to play any role in a film.
That's true. They're not going to give her a minor role. She'll probably get one of the leading characters.
What everybody is saying and what has been coming out
that doesn't mean Sue Storm, but she
is
fits
going
the
to be
part.
playing Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, which of course makes perfect sense. And she does kind of fit the description pretty well for a Sue Storm. Now, of course, it does seem like it would be a little bit early to start filming for a Fantastic Four film, especially if you consider the fact that Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, during the Investor Day, said that John Watts, the director of the Spider-Man
he's directing a movie right now.
Is also going to be directing the Fantastic Four films. And right now, he's in the middle of shooting Spider-Man Homecoming 3. Yeah, you can't direct two movies at once. So the fact that they're saying Jennifer is involved with the Fantastic Four and is going to film right now seems a little bit premature. And in fact, Justin Kroll from Deadline tweeted this morning stating, "All I'm going to say is this, Marvel just started meeting with writers on Fantastic Four. There's no script. And it will be a while
how are you
before
gonna film
the film
before you have
shooting."
no script?
Now, interestingly enough, he did not comment on the Jennifer Lawrence report. He commented on the filming, which means that Jennifer Lawrence still could very well have been cast as the Invisible Woman. And according to GeekOcityMag.com, Jennifer Lawrence could be going to Australia right now to possibly shoot a post-credit scene for Thor: Love and Thunder.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know.
Now, since the Marvel writers are meeting right now, that means they are considering or have already considered who exactly they want to play the Fantastic Four members. What Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, tends to do is meet with actors and actresses years and years in advance before finally arriving at a role that would be really perfect for an actor. They did this with Jake Gyllenhaal. They met with him about plenty of Marvel films before deciding that Mysterio was the perfect character for him. And not too long ago, he admitted that he meets with Keanu Reeves about every single Marvel film they make to see if there's a character that would work. Unfortunately, there...
You're telling me I could have had more Keanu Reeves in my life? You're telling me? No. Man, we almost... I mean... Well, if he's saying that he could still be considering Keanu Reeves, so we may get Keanu in the MCU. That would be amazing. Hey, what part do you think he could play? Like, with his acting skill set? Because I love Keanu Reeves, one of my favorite actors, but I feel like he's either amazing or it's just not a role for him. You know, he has certain roles that do him well, like John Wick, and then others that really don't serve him, do him justice. I would give an example of that, but I don't want any hate thrown to me about certain movies. So we'll just say certain roles I think he does good in are great. Some, not terrible, but it's just like someone else could do this a little better.
There has not been a character that would work for Keanu Reeves in the Marvel Cinematic Universe
yet. I don't think so.
But it is safe to assume that Marvel Studios, if they wanted Jennifer Lawrence, has been meeting with her for some time now. And of course, she does have major connections to Marvel as she played Mystique in the Fox X-Men series.
Exactly, I was talking about
this. That, if this report is true, makes you wonder about this decision for her to play the Invisible Woman. She's already played Mystique in another Marvel universe. And, spoiler warning, upcoming for WandaVision, click away now if you're trying to avoid any. They already brought Evan Peters' Quicksilver back, and fans are very confused right now. Now, granted, they have a master plan, and it's all going to be revealed in the next couple of episodes, but it doesn't really seem like Marvel is that worried about the confusion aspect, as long as you have a good story and can play it off properly or have a good character in mind for that actor. Now, another thing I'll talk about is Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, but first, thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video.
Okay, we're gonna skip 30.
Now, a lot of the fandom right now really wants Emily Blunt
yes,
and John
please,
Krasinski
give it to us,
to
give it
play
to us.
Sue Storm and Reed Richards. They both absolutely look the part, and Reed and Sue are married in the comics, and John and Emily are married in real life. And we know that Marvel Studios has indeed met with both Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, but perhaps this is another Jake Gyllenhaal thing. Perhaps they meet with them about a lot of different Marvel Studios projects until they find that perfect role for them.
What else
now,
could be better?
Justin Kroll from Deadline said that the script isn't even written
Zac
yet,
Efron
but
is
he
not
didn't
my Human
mention
Torch.
anything about Jennifer
I'm gonna
Lawrence.
pause
So
here.
take this
602.
report with
Zac Efron is not my Human Torch. He's not a terrible actor, but I just think that Dacre Montgomery would do much better. He would be the perfect Human Torch. That's my fan cast for Human Torch. I have like a whole fan cast of the Fantastic Four with John Krasinski, Emily Blunt as my Reed Richards to Sue Storm, and then Johnny Storm would be Dacre Montgomery, and then the Thing, that's the only one I don't know. I have Doctor Doom even. I think Adam Driver would be a great Doctor Doom. If they go for like around that age range. But I also think, yeah, Adam Driver's my pick for Doctor Doom. Actually, yeah, I'm going to lock that in. But I don't know the Thing. I have no idea who could play the Thing. Marvel is great at casting, though. They'll find someone. Okay, well, the rest of the video is just him shouting himself out, but I'll do it for him. The channel's Cosmic Wonder Official. I'll put the link to the video in the comments so you can go show him some love, leave him a like. I'm not mad at Jennifer Lawrence if they do end up picking her, but I think as long as they keep John Krasinski, everybody will be happy. I mean, people are going to be a little disappointed with Emily Blunt's not being cast, but I think once they see it on screen, Jennifer Lawrence can do a great job with that. But I'm curious to see if they do end up going with Jennifer Lawrence, the implications for how they're going to bring the X-Men universe in. As we mentioned earlier, like, leave your comment. What do you think about that? I do want to stress, I still want Emily Blunt to get the part. Go subscribe to my main channel, 1HP, where we just do whatever we feel like. Mostly some funny skits on there, or just like kind of not really vlogs, just whatever we want, but mostly skits. And yeah, go check that out. I'll link in the description. Link in the comments and at the end of the video. The channel 1HP that I just told you about is my channel with my two best friends, Angel and David are their names. And Angel is one of the guys on the channel, and he made his own channel to do vlogs too. So go check that out. I'll put the link in the comments as well. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Consider subscribing if you're enjoying the content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.